Good morning, everyone. We're going to be working on review today, and we're only going to work on 4 different problems during this review, looking at multiplication, whole numbers times the fractions, whole numbers times mixed numbers, and then subtraction with mixed numbers and fractions, and converting mixed numbers in this 15-minute review. So let's go back to our first problem, and I would like for you to write this down, 5 times 2/3. Go ahead and pause this video so that you can write down this problem. Okay, now that you've written down this problem, 5 times 2/3, well, all we're going to do is we have one whole, and we're going to multiply it with our numerator. So our 5 times 2 is 10/3. However, I know that 10/3 is a improper fraction or fraction greater than 1. Right? Greater than 1. So, because this is improper or fraction greater than 1, we definitely have to make it a mixed number. How do we do that? Well, I know that I have a total of 10, right? I got 10 here. And we know that we have thirds. So I am going to take out whole numbers. I'm going to take out 3/3. Boom. And if I had 10 dots, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I took out 3, so I can just cross out 3. And I can probably take out another 3/3. I got plenty of dots to work with. So I'm going to take out another 3/3. 1, 2, 3. And I could probably take out another 3/3 for sure. And we got 1, 2, and 3, and I'm gonna stop right there because I don't have enough. I don't have enough. I can take out another 3/3, so I have a little remainder left, right? And so that's gonna be 1/3. So what's our final answer here? Well, I got 1, 2, 3 whole, and a little 1/3 remaining. So I have 3 whole and 1/3. Okay? And that is our answer for 5 times 2/3. We had 10/3, and then we had to make a mixed number. All right, moving on. Go ahead and pause this video so that you can write down our next problem, 5 times 2/3. Here, we are going to use distributive property to distribute the 5 times the 2 and 5 times the 2/3. So, like I said, go ahead and pause so that you can write down this problem and play the video once you are ready to begin. All right, so let's get started on this problem, 5 times 2 and 2/3. We're going to use distributive property. So in order to use distributive property, I said we're going to do 5 times 2 plus 5 times 2/3. Okay, so 5 times 2 and then 5 times 2/3. Here, I definitely know that it's going to be 10. Okay. Plus 5 times 2 is 10/3. Okay. Now I definitely know that we have to take out whole numbers here, but in this one I'm just going to use skip counting to make this a little bit easier. So I know I have 10. I know I can take out thirds. So I'm just going to skip count 3, 6, 9, okay, 12 goes over, so I know 9/3 is my answer. And I know that 9/3 is 3 whole, and we have a little 1/3 left. Okay. So, 10 plus 3 whole is 13. and 1/3. Okay, so that is our second problem for today, 9/3, or 10 plus 3 whole plus 1/3, 13 and 1/3. All right, we're going to be working on this next subtraction problem. We're going to be working with 7/6/8 and subtracting 7/8. Go ahead and pause this video so that you can write down the problem for this morning and play the video when you're ready. All right, so we are definitely going to subtract 7 and 6/8, subtract 7/8. However, with this problem, we cannot subtract 6 and subtract 7. We just don't have enough. So we have to unbundle here. And unbundling is the same for regular subtraction as well. I'm just going to unbundle and take a whole number. So I'm going to take this whole number, right? I'm going to take this whole number. It's almost being used. It's like in the cloud. And I'm going to add it to 6/8. Okay, and you're like, Mr. Brown, how did you get 8/8 as a whole number? Well, boys and girls, hey, look, we're in the green, right? We got 8s and we got 8s, so I know that the whole number I'm taking out is going to be 8/8. So I'm going to add 8/8 to 6/8 so that I can subtract 7/8. So 6 plus 8, well, I'm going to change it. 6 plus 8 is 6 and 14/8. Subtract 7/8. All right, and this is from here. This is easy peasy lemon squeezy. 14 subtract 7. Don't forget to bring along the 6. That's gonna be 7/8. So boom, right? The 6 just follows, and the 8th just follows, and we have 6 and 7/8. This is easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, not too bad. 6 and 7/8. Great job, everyone. All right, and then for our last problem today, we're going to be focusing on just converting a mixed number to a fraction greater than 1. Okay, so go ahead and pause this video if you need to write this problem down, or pause the video at any time just so that you can work out the problem as a class. All right, we're going to resume 3 1/2. So let's start with our 1 whole. We're going to decompose 1 whole into whole numbers. So I got 1 whole plus 1 whole plus 1 whole plus half. Okay. Now each of these whole numbers does represent a fraction. Okay, it does represent a fraction. And what does that represent? Well, you should look at your denominators to tell you what the whole numbers are. We got halves all the way through. So that means that the fractions are going to be halves. Right? 2 halves, 2 halves, and 2 halves. So when we break this down finally, now we can just add the numerators. Boom, boom, and boom. So we get 2, 4, 6, plus the 1 is going to be 7 halves. And that's it. That's our answer. That's pretty simple right there to break that up into 2 halves, 2 halves, 2 halves, plus 1 whole, 7 halves. Okay? And that's it for today's review. Great job today. We did a lot in this review. Let's go over it one more time. We multiplied whole numbers times a fraction. We multiplied a whole number times a mixed number. Remember, these are mixed numbers. And we subtracted a mixed number with a fraction. However, we couldn't do it because we had to unbundle. So we looked at unbundling one more time. And then we converted a mixed number to a improper fraction. Okay? Great job, everyone.